Good evening and welcome to SUTV Sports Night. I'm Amanda Newman.
I'm Amir.
And I'm Travis Nardella.
All right, guys, let's get right down to it. Today is finally the day. Draft day is here. What do you guys think?
I'm so excited. I think we all know who's going to go #1.
Oh, yeah. Jadeveon Clowney is finally going to get his #1 overall pick that he's been wanting. He's been wanting this ever since he signed with South Carolina.
But the question is, who is going to be the #1 pick? Because it's rumors that the Texans might trade.
I heard earlier today.
Falcons.
I heard earlier today that the Texans are sticking with their #1 pick and they're not going to trade for anything.
All right, good.
They need to stick with their pick just to get it over with. I mean, they did have the worst season, so why not take your pick when you can?
Now, what quarterback do you think they're going to end up getting? Because you know they still giving up Matt Schaub to the Raiders. They still need that quarterback position.
I think Teddy Bridgewater could fall to the second round, and the Houston still has the first pick in the second round tomorrow night, so they could possibly pick up Teddy Bridgewater in the second round.
Okay.
That might be a good pick, actually.
Yeah, I think that's smart.
For Bridgewater to go there.
You know, usually when you have a pro day, your draft stock goes up, but Teddy Bridgewater's pro day really ruined
I
his
don't know.
stock. He was like the #1 quarterback in the
Yeah, I don't know. If he would have left last year, he would have been #1 overall pick this year. But I don't know what happened. He had a pretty good season, and then all the postseason workouts just hurt him.
I feel like this draft is very, very talked about compared to the other ones. I guess because Teddy Bridgewater, Jadeveon Clowney, of course,
It's because,
Clowney,
you know,
Manziel.
it's one of those drafts where, up until today, really, you didn't know who was going to go #1, but you don't know who's going to go where.
That's true.
Yeah, because I
That is
remember
very
when
true.
Reggie Bush was getting drafted, everybody said Reggie Bush is going #1. And then like the day of, they were like, oh, Mario Williams. Like I was like, who is that? I have no idea who that is. And you see like Matt Schaub fail. There's always one quarterback that always falls, and they make him look stupid, but he's just sitting there waiting for his time to come. So, but I think this draft is so exciting because we have two players who changed college football when they were there. They're so young, being sophomores.
Yeah.
And if they don't do well, they just look like a big disappointment. I mean, Jadeveon Clowney is a freak of nature. Now, I guarantee that he's going to do well in the NFL.
Yeah, I
just
think
don't
so.
know how well.
Yeah, I think
Johnny Manziel is like, either he's going to be a great quarterback and we'll love him, or he'll be a buster and have a 30 for 30 by the time he retires. So he's a 30 for 30 in the making, whether he's going to be great or bad. So, I mean, it'll work out for him eventually.
Yeah.
But right now, it's just so questionable. You know, you never know.
And he's so I just can't get over how young he is. He's like 21.
Yeah, he's like my age almost.
I know. Imagine playing and making that much money at that age. Like that's just too much.
How does that make you feel, Travis?
Yeah.
Not good.
Why do you think you could be doing such a thing?
Well, you know, I always look at like these NBA players that are my age, and I'm like, why?
What are you doing?
You know, like, what am I doing?
About finals week, and he's worried about Game 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's worried about the NBA finals. Like, I guess it's the same. You know, I'm
But
studying.
you're just
he's
getting
shooting free
paid.
throws.
You know. It's a better thing.
Who do you guys think your teams are going to draft tonight? Who do you think the Steelers and the Ravens are going to take?
I think the Steelers are going to get a cornerback or a linebacker. I can't forget. I can't really remember who they were talking about, but I'm just going to go with the analysts say, because the Steelers do need a receiver, but we've been picking up people slowly. And that defense, as much as I love, it's an old team. It's a bunch of old guys, and as much as I love Troy Polamalu and Ike Taylor and everybody like that, I mean, you saw the Seahawks is the youngest team, and who just won the Super Bowl?
That's true.
Though it proves, you know, age will catch up to you eventually. So I hope they get defense. That's the most, you know, we're a defensive team. So as long as our defense is on point, because we always have some low-key, known running back who does well. And Big Ben needs to step his game up this season.
Who do you think the Ravens are going to take?
I am honestly thinking an offensive lineman, only because we got rid of Michael Orr. Granted, he wasn't that good.
Yeah.
But we are going to need an.
When did that happen?
He went to the Titans.
Yeah, he went to the Titans.
Yeah, a while
When?
back, like
It went,
January.
way back when
Really?
the agency
Yeah.
first started.
Wow, I did not know that.
But I am thinking maybe an offensive lineman. We're not really going to take like a big key player since we've gotten. We've gotten Steve Smith.
Yeah.
And what's the other guy's name? We picked him up for the Texans. I forget what his name is. Daniels, I think.
Oh, yeah, Owen Daniels.
Owen Daniels, yeah. So we've already gotten big names just through free agency. So I feel like we'll go for like a smaller player, but who knows? Who do you think the Giants are going to take?
There's been so many rumors coming out of the Giants that I don't even know. Right now, their favorite is the tight end from North Carolina, Eric Ebron. I've also heard Mike Evans from Texas A&M.
Mike Evans.
Yeah, I've heard CJ Mosley from Alabama. I've heard Taylor Lewan from Michigan. That would be my favorite
That'd
pick.
be yours.
So
of
if we have
course.
to choose our final pick for the first quarterback drafted, who's it going to be?
I think Blake Bortles is going to be the first quarterback drafted.
Blake, Amanda, who you think?
I'm saying Johnny. Johnny Manziel. And who are you saying?
Only reason why I don't want Johnny to go, because I want my Cowboys prediction to be correct. Because I heard they might trade with the Oakland Raiders for their pick.
Oh my gosh, I don't want to do
Because
that.
Johnny is, I wouldn't be surprised if he slipped and went to a different.
Now, Mike Mayock, he's the NFL Network draft analyst. He has been one of the most consistent draft analysts over the past recent years. Last night, he comes out with one mock draft a year. Last night, he picked Johnny Manziel to fall to the Cowboys.
I just can't. I cannot think about that. I don't want to see him go there.
I mean, it just fits.
Like I trust Mike Mayock's mock draft over Mick Shea and Mel Kiper any day, and he picked Manziel to fall to the Cowboys.
I saw that little caption on ESPN today, and I was like, please stop.
Yeah.
I don't want this to be real life.
But I feel like, I mean, there's foreshadowing. We all learned about foreshadowing in English class before. And I mean, with Johnny Manziel in Texas. Texas loves him. Plays at Texas A&M, and then he moves on. And who's at his draft day? I mean, who's at his pro day? The Bushes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, come on. And then what do they love? Texas. Everybody knows that.
They love Texas.
And then we see, okay, Cowboys might do. And Jerry Jones is known to make some interesting decisions.
Don't we know?
And he's always has a lot of pressure on him. And I feel like just put more pressure on him, put him on the Cowboys.
But I did see that they revamped Romo's salary cap also in March. So,
Yeah, see, look,
yikes.
it might happen. If it doesn't happen, I'm gonna be, oh, okay.
I was doing some research today, and I did not know this. You know, Tony Romo's 34 years old.
Yeah.
He's
old.
I
He's
didn't
old.
realize he was that old.
He doesn't seem that old.
Yeah.
Well, he kind of does.
So
but
if he's
not really.
34, he could train a young 20-year-old
Yeah.
speed demon. He plays
You
like
know,
Doug Flutie.
you know, there's always those draft day rumors that are completely just
Crazy.
Read today that if Johnny Manziel is available at the 12th pick, the Giants would think about taking him. And I read that, I started laughing.
12th pick, no.
I don't think he's going to fall that far. I think he's going to get taken in the top 10.
Yeah, he might be like a Tom Brady also. You know, Tom Brady went 6 rounds.
I don't think he's going to fall that far.
Nah, not
You
that
never
far.
know.
Because you can't pass up on him. Like with the Geneva and Clowney at the first pick, they can't pass up on him. I don't care if it was a team with the best defensive ends in the NFL. They would have to take him.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to
Like,
be that team who
the
didn't
Texans
take him.
already have J.J. Watt, and now they're
Yeah.
going to probably add Jadeveon Clowney. That's going to be
Everyone better
one
watch
Clowney
scary.
doesn't even fit the
Watch
defense.
out.
That's not the defense.
That's going to be one scary defensive line.
Well, I guess we're just going to have to wait
Yeah.
and see all these crazy predictions tonight. I'm so excited. I wish we were having another show to discuss all of this, but sadly tonight is our last show. And that's a wrap for us on SUTV Sports Night. I'm Amanda Newman.
I'm Amir Carter.
And I'm Travis Nardella.
Have a great night.
Have a great summer.